time. All right, I think I got everything working. Sound, yes. Camera, yes. It's not pointed the right way, but I'm only 10 minutes late. No, 3 minutes late. Happy Wednesday. I'm a month late, but it's been a rough month. It's been a very rough month. I don't want to do that month over again, ever. That's all I'm going to really try to say about it. It was just a rough month. And we're probably going to only do these streams now every other week at the most. Just can't do it more than 1 week, more than every other week right now. Maybe that'll change in the future. We'll see. I don't blame anybody for not wanting to watch this because I have not done very well at all. And I promised next time would be better. Next time wasn't better last time. So next time was this time. Let's hope we do it. I really don't have any news to share in the RC world. Well, I got some new stuff for my goggles to refurbish my goggles because I noticed that the padding was getting a little old. It's actually still in pretty good shape, but it's just, you know, it's got my 2 years of gunk on it. Okay, we're still building this thing. Glasses are mostly clean. We can move on. Arturo was here. He may still be here. Greetings, Arturo. That is my name too, Arturo. Good name. Good name indeed. What are we doing? We gotta cover this with some tape. We should start with that. Let's get something built. Holy smokes, this plane has been sitting here on this bench for the last 25 zillion live streams waiting to get repaired. So we have a fuselage. We have the wings. We have the tail. We have all the pieces except the front piece. Oh, where's the front piece? We may have to go to the computer and get the front piece. Oh dear, we don't have the front piece. Of course, what planning? I walk off camera. Yeah, we don't have the front piece. So, we might have to fix that. We might have to fix that indeed. Indeed we might. Okay, so, hey, Andy, peace. I have in this box, which I haven't even opened yet, from the not RC world, the shifter, the H shifter, the cheapie from Amazon. We'll see what happens with that later. Later, after this live stream, I'm going to do an unboxing on that other place. Okay, so we're going to take these wings. And actually, what did we use for a spar for this? Let's take a look at that. I think I just used a piece of wood. And, a strip of foam board. So that's what we're going to do again. So I think what we should do first is, yes, sweet. And my steering wheel also shipped, the round one, the 12-inch wheel. Finally, but it shipped from China, so it shipped directly from Moza in China. So who knows what that means. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to duplicate this wings tape pattern with this ugly tape. I have no good tape. Zero. None. None. All my tape sucks. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this purple, which is the original purple. This is the wrong purple. We're going to have mismatching purple on this plane so I can not care about it and learn how to fly again and just not care about beating the crap out of it. So, I was also thinking I was going to I found the iron and I was going to do the ironing thing. I want to try the ironing on the trailing edge with Robert has, I think it was Robert, not Chris, not North 49 RC that told me to do that. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So we're going to tape this. We're going to tape this like this wing. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to lay out the wing. And it's time to get some planes ready to fly because it's going to be flying. Our weather has been not so bad during the week, but on the weekends it sucks. So one of these days we're going to have a good weekend. I should say not so bad during the week for 1 week. Okay, so we're going to use the purple plastic tape. And we're just going to blast it across here. Let me make sure it's nice and clean. Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of news in the RC world. Andy and I were discussing, somebody had a video about 900 megahertz ELRS. I'm super thirsty. It's like salty dinner, very salty dinner. Not really, though, now that I think about it. So I don't know what's making me thirsty. These chips are making me thirsty. And I am 100% on board for 900 megahertz ELRS. 100% on board for that. So if ever my stuff were to wear out, my FR Sky, Free Sky, however you want to call it. Okay, we're going to move this one away. Yeah, we don't want it to tape on there. We're going to tape it individually and then hope they just sort of line up. It doesn't matter. It gets covered up with a thing. Okay, there we go. Let's be careful. Let's be careful. There we go. Oh, there's some goop. This plane, this poor plane. This poor plane. Okay. Now we're going to do this one. So let's see if I can do a similar angle as that one. Even though we're starting off the padding. I wonder how it looks. Does it look okay? This camera is the camera that my sweetheart got me for Christmas. It was kind of flaking out for a few days, but now it's back and it's perfectly fine. So I'm very happy about that because look at that. It's at HD resolution and it just seems to have a halfway decent focus. And there's garbage on my wing. Shocking. So I'm very happy that the camera's back alive because it was flaked. Like I said, it was totally flaking out. Oop, let's be careful. Let's be careful. And today it's not flaking out. I was like getting ready. When I was getting ready for the live stream, I was like, oh, okay, I got to get ready early. I got to be prepared to reboot the whole computer, which I should probably do no matter what before the live stream, but I don't. And then I usually run into trouble. but I didn't have to reboot it. I didn't have any issues with the camera. I didn't have any issues with the mic. I can see the mic is working. It should probably be a little hotter though, maybe. I don't know. Let's turn it up a little bit. It should be peeking out more. Let's turn it up a little bit more. There we go. Is it better? No, I can't tell. Looks good. Looks good. What looks good? The purple and the purple? Does that look good? Nope. Okay, so now we're going to go with my crappy clear tape because I still didn't go and get the right tape. I mean, I've been, basically where I go is Walmart, and I'm probably going to have to, so I've actually been to Walmart. God, this is not sticking because what did I do? I cut it loose. That's why. I cut it loose. All right, we should, we're going to rethink this a little bit here. Let's cut it loose. Then I'm going to tape it down with another piece of tape, or just that again. Let's put it a little closer. Let's figure out the work area here. So Andy was here in this space. He's going to come back, I think, to play with my new toy. I have a new toy back there, and it's fun. And Crosswind Jones was here to check it out because he's getting new toys too, the same similar toys. Okay, so what I should do is stick these together and tape across the whole thing. How about that? Should I do that? Yes, let's do that. That'll save time. We'll get the whole wing taped in one felled swoop. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, maybe I can put this, yeah, let's see what I can do. Where is that going to end up? I can just stick them together. Let's do that. One of these is going to get cut off. This one. I just changed the blade and it's already starting to get dull. And I still didn't order those Alpha blades. Very bad. Very, very bad, man. The whole month has been lost. At the beginning of the month, I ordered my new toy. And then disaster struck my life and everything went to crap. And then the new toy came at the end of the month. And now we're here. So, yeah. Anyway, okay. I'm going to stick this together. See, they're not even, I should have done that. I'm such an idiot. Ah, dear. I forgot how to build airplanes. That's okay. We're just going to do it like this. We're just going to roll with it because it's going to be covered up by not really. It's not going to be covered up at all. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to, wait, let's just see if we can peel this off. Probably not. Let's try. Let's just go slow and patient. Be cool about it. Act like it matters, because it does. We're doing it. We're going to do a better job. We're not going to do crap. And oh, it is coming right off. Oh, now it's starting to peel up some paper. Oh shit. Okay, so we got to stop that. That's okay. That's all right. That'll actually help us. We'll just roll with it. Okay. Oh, let's put that there, and then let's where it's doing that. We'll just stop, and then we'll just do that. Okay, we're just gonna leave it like that. We got most of the mistake off. So now we're going to tape this down a little bit. Actually, we're not going to use that kind of tape. We're going to use this kind of tape. We're going to do this. We're going to tape this together. You know what? We should glue this together if we're going to do this, shouldn't we? No, we're not going to glue it together because I still want to do the sides individually. I'm just going to tape it together. Then I'm going to cut the tape. That's right. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, and then we'll push this down like this. This will be underneath the tape. And this one, we'll tape it down over here. Okay, now let's see if we can do this the right way. Is this the Mini Guinea? This is the Mini Guinea custom one that the ESC got smoked. Yes, that is correct. It's the sort of Mini Guinea. It's my Mini Guinea. It's just basically slightly altered so that I want a clean cut on this. Slightly altered so that it fits my existing 3D parts printed scheme. The neighbors are home. So we have new neighbors, and they have very well endowed bass in their car, and they're always playing what seems to be the same song. And we're going to just do it like that, and that piece of mistake is just going to hang there. We don't care. We'll be fine with that. And you can tell, I can tell down here in the basement, farthest from the place where they live, in the farthest corner of the house in the basement, when they drive up or when they leave. That's the thing about this neighborhood is you always get new neighbors because it's a college neighborhood. So you always get new neighbors. And that's what I said to my girlfriend when we had, we've had issues in the past. I'm just like, you know what? They're going to move out. Other people are going to move in. So I know the camera's cutting the top of my head off. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. That's good. It's balled up here anyway, and we're worried about we're working on a plane here, so we're gonna do that. And I remember live streaming a year ago, talking about I'm hoping we're gonna go camping. I keep talking about that, and I'm hoping again. We even talked about it. I watched Andy and Kevin fly the other day, and we said we were gonna try to go camping again. So let's hope. Let's hope. I keep thinking about that. Going camping. That was so much fun. We had a good time. It was probably 2019, I think. Or maybe it was even... Yeah, I'll bet you it was 2019 when we went camping. So yeah, the ESC was smoked on this, and we have new ESCs. But everything else is going to remain the same, except for this crappy tape. So we're going to go from the back in, and oh my God, I can't believe how much dust is on here. I just wiped it off. We're going to start way down here, and we're going to try to tape the whole wing at once so I don't do two taping jobs. How's that for efficiency? I think that Robert would be proud. Oh, there's a hair. There's a hair. Of course, there's a hair. We have hairy. We have lots of hair around here. There's dogs and critters outside. We just got so much hair. The humans that live here, we have hair. Okay, that was very crooked. Very crooked. I started, it was about a 1/2 inch over here, and it's only a 1/4 inch over here. So we went off by a 1/4 inch. Clearly, I'm a little out of practice, and I got some pretty big bubbles in there too. Some pretty ginormous ones like there. I couldn't even get it out with the razor blade. That one's huge. I'm denting the wing. It's like a blister. Come on. These razor blades are so anemic. It's sad. This foam board just dulls them like crazy. It's insane. Okay, here we go. Row 2. I'm going to try to go straight. I'm going to try to correct the crookedness. We're just going to overlap a little bit here. And let's try. We're at 15. Because this is a little crooked on my board too. That's not helping. There's a lot of dust, even on the card. Even though I think it's a computer that I was working on. I turned on before I dusted it out, and it blew dust everywhere. That was earlier today, so that's not helping the situation. Didn't maintain a sterile work environment, I guess. Okay, this is going to be one heavy-duty wing because this tape is impressively heavy. October 2020, 3.5 years ago. It was October when we camped? Wow, it was in the fall. Okay. October 2020. God, it seems like that's 3.5 years. Yeah, 3.5 years ago. That seems like forever ago. Okay, this is way crooked. Oh shit. Oh crap, folks. Here goes a mistake. Let's get it. Oh, we saved it. Okay, let's try not to screw this up here. Okay, tape it down. There we go. Now I'll drop the card. I did drop the card. I think I have more. Oh, and I screwed up the tape. Jesus, Selman, what the hell is your deal? There's a hair. Nope, that's a scratch. Or a pencil mark. This is going to be one of the worst tape jobs ever. I know what I forgot to mention to Andy when you were here, Andy, is the airplanes. We got to bind the receivers so I can close up those wings on the airplanes. On the combat things that I started to build 3.5 years ago. It seems like it's not even funny. Jesus. I'm the worst. I am the worst person in the world. Oh my God. I screwed this up again. Just now. Here we go. Look at, there's going to be wrinkles. Come on. Oh, it's terrible. I have screwed this wing up so bad. This tape doesn't make it easier either. It's so thick and it's just the worst. I wish I had my tape that I like, which now it's been so long since look at, there's a big wrinkle in there. We're just going to have to, that's smoothed out with my card, but not really. It's still a wrinkle. It's just a flat wrinkle. Okay, let's try not to screw this up here. Keep it up. Don't. I'm not going to say it. It's crooked again too. And so you can't, it's so thick that you can't straighten it out. Like if you start it crooked and you want to kind of finesse it, you can't. So this was the wrong tape to try to do it all the way across with. Now I've finessed it too much. Jesus. This is the worst taping job ever. What's wrong with me? I swear I haven't been drinking or overly consuming things. Really, it's just been a rough month, I guess. I don't know. It's still fun to do this. I mean, it's like, it's $2 worth of foam board. Another $2 worth of tape. So screw it up a little bit. Doesn't matter. It's all right. We'll fix it. We'll fly it. That other plane was awesome until it just totally crashed. And then watching it crash was awesome. And it's still here. It's on the floor right there. So we harvested for parts. And we have another fun adventure with it. Hopefully this one will fly a little bit better than that one, because that one had a problematic wing. And it had like flaps built into the wing that didn't need to be there. Okay, look, we've got the whole top of the wing taped. It's amazing. We got something done, and we're only like an hour into the stream. And it says somebody's watching, so there we go. It's either Andy or Arturo. Okay. Yeah, there we go. There's our mistake wing. Now we're going to cut it loose. We're going to cut it in half, because I still got to deal with the whole. I want to deal with the sides individually. Especially the way I'm going with this thing. So we're going to get it like peeled up here. Why am I not? I'm not doing any overhead camera today, am I? I have these two overhead cameras that are. This one's brand new. And it didn't quite work out as good as I wanted it to. It's a Christmas present from Louise. And it was on my wish list. And it's a little bit of a disappointment, but that's not her fault. It's my fault. It's what I picked out. Okay, we're going to fold the ends over. The ones that are good. We're going to cut off some of this crap here. Maybe I should put this camera on. Let's see what number 11 has for us. Focus. Okay, that's number 11, and then this camera is number 3. And this camera is the new overhead camera. So I can we want to keep it open, exposure-wise, okay. It's got this, and then this is the focus. It's got a flicker. And I don't think there's any way to tell it the light frequency. And then here's the problem. This part doesn't do the the telephoto, and the wide angle part doesn't work when you turn it, because everything else turns. So you kind of, I don't know how to deal with it. I can't get it to zoom. You have to get it out of focus, and then I don't know. There, it's in focus, and then I can't zoom it. I can't zoom it at all. I turn it, and it doesn't zoom, it just gets, so the concept is a good concept, but the whole execution is bad. Now, she got me this other camera that is so she got me 3 cameras. This camera, the camera that is the main camera, this camera. Oh, I never switched it. Jeez. 3. Switch. Then put 3 so I can see it. Okay. This is the camera. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I can't do all the things. So I can close this part I can do. That's the exposure. The color's a little washed out too, no matter what. Then the focus is this. And there it goes. Now, can I lock it? It has like a little screw thing. So I tighten that as tight as I can get. And then I should be able to turn this, but I can't. So I have to hold everything in order to do the zoom. And then it still goes out of focus a little bit. So that's where I'm at with this camera overhead. I need to figure out if there's something I can do to fix it. Excuse me, I am so thirsty. Oh my God, it must be all the chips. I did eat a lot of chips. Oh, this knife. Jesus. This knife, these razor blades suck so bad. How can they be so bad? How can you have a brand new razor blade get like dull in like 30 seconds? It's unbelievable. If I was to go on a rant, I would go on a rant about how nothing is any good anymore, but then I would be wrong because I just bought a new toy and that thing is freaking amazing. But it cost $500, that wheelbase. $500. So there you go. It better be good. These razor blades didn't cost $500, but boy, do they suck. They just suck. They suck, suck, suck. They are DeWalt sustained sharpness blades. That's like so many other terms in American marketing, completely meaningless and pretty much like an opposite of what the reality is. Sustained sharpness. Are you freaking kidding me? That could be a rant, but I'm not going to do it. And we're just going to keeping on. Oh, we haven't been at this for an hour. We didn't start at 8. We started at 8:30. We've only been at this for a half an hour, and I've already got a whole wing tape, so I'm actually getting work done. Instead of yapping. One stream I only made this, I think. Maybe I made both of them. That was it. Okay, let's see how long. I did cut a couple of pieces of foam board for another project right before the live stream. So maybe that was the problem. I actually used it before I used it. And you're not allowed to do that. Now this part I got to cut out. And it does feel a little bit better. But that foam board, this Dollar Tree foam board just dulls these blades like nobody's business. Just sucks them down into nubs. Okay, let's get something done here. We're going to get this folded over. And I'm just going to do it like this. I'm just going to do it. how it turns out. Oh, beautifully. There we go. Okay, so for this part, we're just going to do this part where I do some slices. Oh my, but this tape, no, we're not going to do that. This tape is so thick. It's just so thick. Ugh. This is the worst, worst, worst tape ever for this project. I really have to up my tape supply. And my tape game used to be good. My tape game has slipped. It has slipped big time. It's like well, no, it's not like the Detroit Lions because they almost made it to the Super Bowl. My childhood team in the American, what do they call it? We call it football, but it's not football. We could call football what should be called soccer, and with soccer we call football. I mean, whatever. Yeah, right. That's what I meant to say. So, it's crazy. Americans get everything backwards. Get everything backwards. We can't even say the aluminum right. It's aluminium. Oh, that part didn't do. That part didn't go. We're just going to cut this part off. We are just going with it. And did the phone ding? Let's see what we got here. Got everything now since this month happened. I have to, if my phones ding, I have to check things. No. And that's another thing. That would be another rant. It would be like Android notifications. The Android notification system, well, it may not be broken, but it's easy to break. Let's put it that way. Or it's easy to not get the notifications that you really want. And to get a bunch of notifications that you don't want. It's easy to set that up, and it's hard to get it to just get the notifications you want. And I'm sort of anti-Apple or iPhone. I have iPads and stuff, Apples and all kinds of Apple products, but still not a big fan of their whole modus operandi. So I try to avoid Apple, and my phones are not iPhones. They're always Android. But I'm telling you, oh, this blade is already freaking dull. It's already not cutting. Unbelievable. I gotta buy some Olfa blades, but they don't make them for this kind of knife, so I'm gonna have to switch the kind of knife I use, which is a little perturbing. But maybe it's time for an old man to change. Maybe I shouldn't be using this kind of knife, and that's my problem. Arturo is back. Welcome back, Arturo. You haven't missed much. I did get this wing taped. I did come up with a lot of topics to rant about. And maybe ranted in some micro ranting. I'm doing some micro ranting today about razor blades. It's probably the macro rant. Sharpness of razor blades and their inability to be maintained. It's just horrendous. These ones that I bought that are now like 5 years old because I bought a giant stack of them. I'm going to be glad to get some new ones. Although they'll probably be just as crappy, if not crappier. Why will they be crappier? Because more time has passed. So more time has passed for the corporations that make this crappy knives to figure out how to make them crappier so they can make more profit. Because we're a captive audience, and if you go to the store and there's only one kind of razor blade or two or three, and they're all from the same crap factory, there's like 3 hairs. Speaking of crap factory, that's what this house is right now. Oh my God, that computer that I turned on blew a giant blast of dust everywhere. That is so bad. It'll have the remnants of that computer. The dusty computer from days past that I'm turned into a router. It's not that old. It's got like an i5 7th generation, I think. So it's going to be a router. I put an SSD in it, like a super cheapo SSD. Okay, there is just little bits of dirt under the tape. There's some probably big enough to be seen in the camera there. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So yeah, that's what we got done, Arturo, was we got the wings taped. And I should plug in the glue gun. Maybe we'll do some gluing. Maybe we'll actually get some hot glue applied to something today. There's so many things plugged in here. Get rid of all that stuff. That was all from these other projects and my heater. Sorry, I gotta put this out of the way for a second so I don't trip. There's one more somewhere. There's that cable. Nope, we'll put that one over there. And this one, and then that one can go over there. Okay, what a mess. Everything is kind of a mess today. I'm going to definitely vacuum after this live stream. Okay, so let's look at what we have here. We have 2 halves. So now it's time to do some bevel cut, and then I'm going to try to find we're going to glue this sucker together. Let's see what we need to think about. We need to glue it first and then do the rest later. So let's do that. Let's get our bevel cutter. Even though I hardly ever change this blade, it doesn't seem to get dull in the same way that it does when you do a straight cut. Isn't that interesting? Who knows? Kevin's in the house. Kevin, I was just talking about you, and, well, not you in particular, but us going camping. That's what I was talking about, basically. Okay, we are going to do the bevel cuts here. Welcome, Kevin. Kevin has become like an expert pilot since the last time I've flown. Like, so I knew that would happen, like that. Andy's like a very expert pilot, like does all the crazy, all the tricks. He's the master builder, master pilot. And Kevin is also the master builder and master pilot. And I am just like junior weight. But that's okay. I have a very screwed up life where things go wrong all the time. So I can't give things the time that they need. I try, though. I try. Okay, we've got to cut this a little bit better, which means now we're going to finally have to go to the glasses that I can see with close up. And oh my God, there is so much dirt. It is crazy. I swear it can't all be from the inside of that computer. And I vacuumed down here. But I didn't do a good enough job. I need to do it like... it's crazy. When you're working on a little white piece, like 3 little spots can seem like a big... I don't want to over-exaggerate. I mean, there's not like dirt piling up everywhere, but there's just a few dirt blobs, dust particles in inopportune places. There we go. Did that get on camera? Probably not. That's how you do that. You got to kind of... If you haven't done your bevel edge perfect, I mean your score cut, thank you, your score cut, it's sometimes going to be hard to do all this, especially since I added some tape. So what I tried to do was make sure that I have all my arm on both sides to spread the load. Okay, so now we're going to do this part, and what we're going to do here is we're going to stick a piece of... Here. Oh! Lost the wing. We're going to go down a little bit. We have close quarters now. Close quarters. Everything's in tight. Got to do the best we can with the space we have. Okay, so we'll do this side first. So basically I'm just going to try to... Is it in the actual picture? Sort of. Yeah. I can't zoom. This is all we got, folks. This is all we got. I'm going to try to go straight. It's been a while since I've done a nice bevel cut here. I'm not doing that great. I'm kind of like a drunk driver. Weaving down the road. There we go. Did I cut through anywhere? Nope. Okay, so for this side, we're going to put a big piece of foam board underneath the part so I don't bend it accidentally. Like that. And we're just going to start and do the same thing and try to stay straight. My dad used to tell me, keep on the straight and narrow, kid. I don't know if he actually said that, but something like that, I'm sure. Okay, now we're going to have to do the all-important bends. Let's do the other bevel cut first. But this is the part where we actually have to make the airfoil. This is the fun part. Whoop! But let's make the other half of this. Look, there's a piece of dirt. Like, where did that come from? I swear, I've been pushing everything off, blowing. I vacuum the floor. It's like, it's materializing out of nothing. Straight out of nothing. Okay, here we go. Can we take this one and bend it? Yes, we can. I don't think I'm going to have to do that. There we go. We got that. Now we'll do the bevel cuts. What's going on? What are you guys talking about? You taught me how to fly. You're funny. You guys, you're funny, Kevin. You know how to fly. The only thing I taught you two, you and Annie both, was how to cut foam board. Do you remember that day? And the only thing I taught you was use a sharp knife. After that, you guys were off to the races. That's how it was. I have a memory, I know. It's like, I'm not good at taking praise, especially for things I don't deserve. And like at work, somebody tried to give me praise for something in a meeting, and it was in a situation where I couldn't like just say, no, this is not true. But I had to go to like my boss afterwards and just say, I know what this project was, and I don't deserve any praise for anything. And he didn't agree with me necessarily, maybe. I don't even remember, but it doesn't matter. I had to make sure that I, yeah, not into the whole, that kind of thing. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to use our stick and tape and hot glue are the best inventions. I agree, Arturo. Hot glue, I mean, duct tape saved my life a few times, like in the camping trips when I was younger, out in the wilderness. Duct tape probably saved my ass from like living out in the bare jungle without a canoe. I'm telling you, man, there's just, yeah. Okay. Now, we only have 2 bends in here, so what I'm doing is I'm weakening this. And then hot glue, I have to say, one thing I'm going to say, and this isn't even a rant, this is just a thing. This is an anti-rant, if there is such a thing. That this hobby has brought me to see everything, a lot of different things that I have, problems that I've faced. Let me put it that way. I'm trying to think of the right way to say this. I have come up with solutions to problems like making stands or making parts or making something prop up right or do something a certain way. And I've built it with tools and techniques and ideas that I accumulated by doing this hobby, building airplanes and flying them and doing the electronics and the quadcopters and all that kind of stuff. So I'm way down here. So I have to say, I'm way down here. Yeah, this is a great hobby because you learn, like foam board. I'm using foam board for all kinds of stuff. And I'm gluing it, and I'm using like some of the flight test techniques to glue things together. My car racing sim thing that's over there, I built the dashboard stand for the phone dashboard thingy-majiggy out of foam board, using techniques that I learned by doing these airplanes. So I've been able to solve other problems in my life. We're going to start bending this while I'm talking. Other problems in my life by applying the same ideas and techniques that you have here in this hobby. And that is really awesome. And so this is how we make a wing. I want it to be not a flap at the back. I don't want it to stick down past the base of the wing. So it's going to be a very flat airfoil. But this part, I want a little bit more. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put some board there so I can try to do that without. What I'm trying not to do is crease the damn thing. Okay, there we go. I think that's about what I'm going to want. So we're going to have to see how high that is. That's way too blonky. Blonky. I'm making up words here. I think what I should do is put the spar in. So we're going to put the spar in. I'm going to make a mark where I want the spar by holding this down and holding it flat where I want it. And I want the spar to be right there. Okay, so what we're going to do then is measure that and make a line down there, and that way I'm going to glue the spar on straight. That's the plan anyway. So if I go from the edge, it's, why don't I have it on the marker? 1, 2, and an 1/8. 2 and 3/16 really. 2 and 3/16. 2 3/16 right there. Okay, so then we're going to draw a line, and I'm going to go find a spar that's long enough for this whole wing. Okay, that's where the spar is going to go. Let's take a look at where the silly servos go, and it's probably, yeah. So I'll put the servos right behind the spar. See, what I'm trying to avoid is this wing here. See, this is the bottom edge of the wing, and then the top edge comes down and makes like a flap all the way across without even the, like if the aileron was not making a flap, it'd have to be out like that. So this part is the part right there where I'm trying to avoid. I don't want that. That's what I'm trying to fix with this wing. So let's bend the other one while I keep yapping. Let's do the thing. Am I even in the picture? I don't even know. Can I see? Oh, yeah. Yeah. We're in. Sometimes. And I'll even look at the chat in a minute. Since there's a whole 2 people watching. It's probably Kevin and Arturo, or Kevin and Andy, or Arturo and Andy, or Kevin and Arturo. I already said that one. Okay, more water. Oh my gosh. Why am I so thirsty? Okay, let's bend this one. Gently, gently. What I don't want to do is crease it. That's what we do. This is the fun part. Making wings is fun. It's the best part. It's like when you know you're making an airplane. The fuselage, you could be making anything with that kind of shape pretty much, right? But when you're making the tail feathers and the wings, you know you're making an airplane. Okay. So once again, what I want to do is just get these guys lined up here and put that mark in the exact same spot. It's lined up pretty good. These aren't, they're about a 1/16 of an inch off here. Okay, that's good. So now we're going to go 2 1/8 inches from the end. Two 3/16. It's right there. And that should be a straight line across there pretty much. Does it look straight? Let's measure from the leading edge. We have exactly 1.5 and 1.5. So I'm going to call it good. We're going to draw this line, and I'm going to go find us a spar. We're going to glue us a wing. We're going to have a wing. So exciting. Okay, so now I think what I want to do is maybe, it's too bad I hadn't glued the 2 halves together. But we'll, we're not going to, see now they're off. How did I get that off, far off when I had them lined up? That is so funny. Doesn't matter. We're going to tape it together. Then, yes, we'll glue it Here, let's do it this way. We'll tape just one piece of tape here. Then I'm going to slice this piece of tape after I get the other half taped. Okay, so now we're going to turn it over. And I'm going to tape it with our fancy tape. Hold on, I'm going to put some weights down on here. This. Oh, those are the new razor blades, right? Stanley. They're all so cheap. I forgot that I got more. Okay, where's the card? There we go. Then we're going to fold this in half the other way and glue it. Oops. We're going to do this. I'm going to get rid of this piece of tape here. And then we're going to glue this joint before we bend the thing. So, I'm going to actually do some gluing. And this is the new glue gun because my other one has completely failed. After many years of service, it finally pooped. It just pooped. It got pooped. Said I ain't doing it anymore. The heating element actually still works. It's the mechanism right before the heating element got so gummed up, and I tried to I took it apart. I actually took the whole thing apart and tried to run the heating element without any glue in it and just let the glue drip out of it to clear that one spot. But there's just one spot I couldn't get. I just couldn't get it cleared. I tried a drill bit. So there you go. I had to retire the Ad Tech. I think it's Ad Tech. Okay, let's get some scrap going here. Okay, we're ready. Are we ready to glue? Is this going to work? Yeah, oh yeah. All right, we're just going to put a little bit of glue here in the spots that aren't going to get terribly bent up. A little bit there, a little bit there, and a little bit along there. And then we're going to whole thing flat and get it smoothed out. And just hold it there for a minute. And we'll already have a much more solid wing to start with. Now, I need a spar, don't I? So let me go find something here. Give me a second. We'll go in here where the other stuff is. And we have, I think this is the size we're going to want. This is the same size as this. Yeah. So this is what we're going to use. To stiffen the wing. And then we may even put a strip of foam board after that too. So first we got to get some of the stickerage off of here. Because of the corporations have to sell this stuff, so it has to have a giant sticker on it. Oh, I should probably put the camera back up a little bit. There, maybe not that much. I don't know. One of these days, I'm going to figure out the camera situation. I see some people, and they reach up towards the camera, and it zooms in, and it zooms out, and it focuses. And I'm like, I want that camera. How do I get that? Who does that? Who makes that? Probably costs $1 zillion. This wood is dated from July 27, 2019 from Heiberin, China. This piece of wood came from China. It's crazy. This piece of wood came all the way from China so I could put it in here, along with the servos and the motors, and I'm not going to get this off. This is just gooped on, this damn sticker. Thanks, whoever decided to do this, put the sticker on in 2019. Boo on you. I'm trying to peel it like a potato. Okay, that's enough. I'm going to trim it off as much as I can after it's glued on. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to put a line of glue down on this line, and then I'm going to burn the hell out of my fingers probably. We're going to set this down right on top of that. I'm trying not to burn my fingers. And then we're going to try to, try to get this and do a little scoochy scooch along here. Get some of this extra thing, at least spread it out. But when wood hits hot glue, it cools really fast. So you don't have to wait long, and it's done. So now I'm going to get some clippers to clip those things. I think I have some here. Here. Oh dear. We'll try these. Clippers I don't care about. We're just gonna... almost. There we go. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Got a spar. Now we're going to see how it folds down. We'll put this glue gun out of the way. I'm so far pretty happy with this glue gun. It's a beast, but oh yeah. So let's take a look and see where it touches. Because what we want to do is be able to weigh the whole... I wish I would have had those bricks. I have some bricks and felt in the garage. That should be a live stream project. I need to... Alright, what I should do is glue the top of this spar and see if I can hold on. Where's that piece of wood? I had a bunch of yardsticks. I think they're still in the car. Okay, so we're going to have to double up. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to make us a tool. I'm going to tape this one to this one. This is what we got to do. Oh, Andy's back. Hi, Andy. You guys are back. Seems like it's going to rain this coming weekend, doesn't it? Which means I'll be stuck inside again. I've been stuck inside even when it's nice, so what am I saying? Okay, why did I tape it like that? Because I want to double this up, and I want some, because I can't find my piece of wood. I did forget to leave the tabs though. Okay, so now what my plan is to glue on top of the spar and then do this and see if I can get it to glue down like that. I'll have to scooch it down here. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to have to get my arms on it like this still. Okay, let's try that. This is new. I haven't built quite this, done it quite this way before. I don't know if we have enough glue left. Let's get all the dust off of it. Okay. All right. Well, that's in a really tight spot. Here, we're going to, oh, crap. Hold on. We're going to put a little dab of glue here. We're going to stick this to this. And then I'm going to waste a little tiny bit of it to push it through a little bit. See how that works. This does have a temperature control. I've got it on high. Makes sense for me. Okay. It seems to be feeding okay still. All right, here we go. We're going to give it a shot. Right on top of this. And it's going to cool off fast, so I don't have much time. Push down on it. Get this thing. Give me this thing to push down on it. That's the plan. Do it. Get it done. Let's hope it's straight. I can't quite get my elbow on there. I shouldn't need to hold it for too long because, like I said, it cools off fast. It either got glued or it didn't. That's what I can say. That is for sure. We'll just hold it for another bit of time here. We succeeded. Okay. So now we just got this little gap in the back. And we're going to do that. Yeah. Doesn't matter that I didn't hinge the things. It's okay. So when we do that, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to push it down with this. And hopefully not have too much goop coming out. And then we're going to almost have ourselves a wing. Because then we got to do the ailerons. And this looks like a better wing than the last wing. So hopefully it'll fly better with new ESCs and whatnot. Okay, this side, we're going to do a little, I'm going to try to do this sort of so you can see it. But probably not. So we're just going to oh, it's going too far down. I've got a little goop. That's too bad. I can't get it off. I gotta hold it down. I need to come up with a better thing that spreads the pressure better than this, because this is too flexible. Hopefully it's gonna be stuck. I think it is. Okay. Just for another 20 seconds or so. Maybe I can't see the chat because am I silly? Oh, you guys are just saying hi to each other. China got tiny wood. Oh dear. Okay. All right, look at that. Ta-da! We've turned 2 crappy pieces of foam board into one. Oh, except it's coming apart right here. We're going to have to give it some extra reinforcement right down there. Oh, let's get rid of that. Okay, we're just going to hold it there. I'll check out the other end. Oh, we're going to do the ailerons, of course, next. I might have to run upstairs to use the little boy's room. Excuse me, you guys. I am so thirsty. Okay. That was better. It's holding better now. I'm just going to keep my pressure on it just for another 30 seconds or so. So this wing, I like it better than the last one that I did for this plane. For the last version of this plane. So I'm happy with that. The airfoil is very low profile, so that means it'll be fly faster, I'm hoping. And it won't have the crazy stall characteristics that one did. That one tipped a wing so easy that it was a handful to fly. So let's hope this one isn't a handful. So what we're going to do next is I might have to take a break and run upstairs to the boys' room for 20 seconds. Then we'll cut the ailerons. And I'm worried about this little piece of foam that I've left at the end of the aileron. I'm wondering, should I just have the ailerons go all the way to the end, or is that bad to do that? I have no idea. I'm going to cut them where they're marked. I'm going to cut them where they're marked. But I have to run upstairs and go to the boys' room because I couldn't quite use the bathroom before the stream started. So, hold on. Let me find the right thing here for just 1 second. 1 second, please. Thank you. I like that little 1800. No, he said I needed a 6300. Yeah, sounds about right. And then I could get 20 minutes on it. Wow. Well, it's going to do 1,000 watts. All right, here we go. Nope, It's a good thing I check the chat every 20 minutes. So what was I saying? I'm back. Sound is off, sound is on, sound off, sound on. So I'm talking about taping this. How's it going, Robert? Saving me with the sound. Eventually I would have figured it out, like after the stream was over. I would have sorted through it after there was a half hour of no sound. So, I was just fine. It's just fine without sound. Oh man, how's it going, Robert? I hope all is well in your world. I'm gonna cut this like with this. I'm assuming the sound's working now. Let me take a look. I'll take an actual look at my actual stuff. Oh yeah, it's working now. The worst thing was you had it turned on in the bathroom. Ha ha ha. Yeah. My girlfriend said, "You got that microphone off, don't you?" Like, yeah, I hope so. I hope so. Okay, I see what's rubbing now. So what we're going to do is just slice that a little bit with our already dull knife. It's pretty much the bad taping job I did on there. No more rubbing. We finally got it right. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next one with sound. We'll do this one with sound. The other one was for the hearing impaired, so we can all experience what they have to experience every day. Which would suck. That would just suck. I feel so lucky right now. I got my little workshop down here. I got flying friends and driving flight sim friends and sim racing friends and RC quadcopter friends. They're all the same friends pretty much. Just I have like 3 friends. You, Robert, Kevin, Andy, Arturo. That's about it. Got a few friends. All my friends moved away, or we just got the whole COVID thing just blew everything up. With my party, the friends group that I party with, go to parties, that whole situation just went to poop. Okay, we are going to, we have to check the, I did this already. Yes, I did. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Careful. Careful. There we go. I love that sound when it goes, oh, and I just spit on the camera. God, I'm disgusting. I'm the worst YouTuber ever. You guys, I don't know. You guys are very, just wow. Thank you. I don't even know why anybody would care to put up with this. Okay, now let's see how much rubbing there is now. Oh, look at that. That's a lot. So let's get it fixed. First, we'll do this a little bit. This will not fix it, as we now know. We now know. We're going to stream till about 10:30. What time is it? I started at 8:30. 10:07. Okay. Then I'm going to do something completely different after this is over. Well, after I clean up this stuff. Look at this. Now we need to do that same taping job. So we're going to tape the end. I guess I'm going to hold it this way. Tape the end. All right, that was too long. I don't know why I've decided to start at this side, but that way I can see what's happening on the top surface. That's more important, I guess. because I'm vain. I want it to look good. Seriously, I have two mismatching colors of purple here, so I'm not, I guess I'm not really concerned about how it looks. I'll spend more time on one part and then I'll totally screw up the other part. That's how it's going to go with this. Okay, so now we're going to do this side. And I'm going to look at, yeah, go throw pebbles at my window. Is this thing on still? Yes, it is. Oh, good. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we're starting from this edge. This is too long, but we're going to just roll with it. And this tape is doing a good job at its present purpose. I told you about how there's two different kinds of this clear tape, and they each have their own specific job. If you're a particular person like I am about some things, other things I just don't give a crap about. Isn't that funny? But this clear, shiny tape has like a different strength profile than the matte tape. The matte, what they call the transparent tape, I think. 3M has a different name for the one as opposed to the other. And I think the one that's matte is what they call transparent. That one's definitely way too long. Okay. Okay, we have the same issue as we had with the other side. We have a little bit over here that we're going to fix with that. And then we have a little bit over here that we still have to tape on the very fragile side of this thing here. And then, hopefully it won't be rubbing. Well, we might have to cut a little piece of tape too. And then what will we need to do? Well, we need to glue some of the edges of this. We need to glue the hinges. I haven't looked at Flight Test in forever to see if they have any new interesting planes, like any Flurkin variants. I know they've had a few episodes with Flurkin variants, but I don't think they've actually released any plans. Maybe they have. I should take a look at that. So we have absolutely no rubbing here. And we have absolutely no rubbing here. That is what we want. We want problem-free ailerons. They're kind of important to the whole flight thing, the flight control thing. They're even more important than the doors on the side of the plane. So let's hope that Boeing and its subcontractors have decided to, build the ailerons on the 737s properly. It's optional. It's optional because, Boeing doesn't, it isn't an airplane manufacturing company. Boeing is a shareholder, increased shareholder value company. That's its only purpose. It just happens to have to make airplanes to do that. That's the problem. That's my rant of the day. I'm going to stop right there. The new fat jet. Yeah. Okay, so what do we need to do next? Well, it's basically, the wing is basically done except for the cosmetic kind of stuff. That, as far as the structure of the wing, now we have to actually do the I mean, it's a twin motor, and the motors are going on the wings. So I think one of our next steps is going to be kind of a fun step. We have to disassemble this wing. It's time for this wing to come apart. So this poor wing will not live to see another day. So let's go and cut this out. We have to cut the ESCs out too, because we have new ESCs. I have to find those. Maybe this would be a good one for camera 3. Let's try camera 3. Now, camera 3 is this camera that I don't think is going to last. It's not going to last. It can't. It's got a flicker, so it can't handle the light frequency. It's got a focus issue. Are we focused? Are we not focused? Okay, focus. Focus. Oh my God, I can't get it to focus. Focus. Maybe we're not gonna. Let's go to camera. Let's try this camera. All right, this camera. We'll just scooch over here. We have a camera over. I just can't get the overhead camera situation. I just can't. I mean, I could if I had budget. If I had budget for such things. But now, okay, let's try. Now, is the sound working here? Okay. Because I did have issues with the USB mixer kind of going. Okay, where is the camera? Where are we? Where? This way. This way. Okay. Because it's pointing like that. That's why. Because it's all loosey-goosey. There we go. And now it's out of focus. Ocus. Oh, dear. Okay. Yeah, this whole thing, we got to get the motor at least out of here. It's the motor and maybe the motor mount. And it's well glued in. So what we're going to do to release that is use our friend alcohol. Oh, look it. It's a virgin bottle of alcohol, completely sealed from the outside world until now. Oh, Flight Test has a new fat jet. That's what Robert's telling me, and Kevin. They have a new jet. So it's what is, oh, I can't even remember what the name of those things are. Ducted fan. EDF. It's an EDF. Right? Yeah. Must be. Okay. We're going to put some alcohol in here. And we're going to hopefully release this. There we go. That's what we want. All right. We're going to do the same for this one. First, we're going to cut the zip ties. Very complex construction here. We have zip ties, we have plastic cards, and we have hot glue. And just like Arturo said, hot glue is awesome. Not only does it glue shit, but then you can release it with alcohol. Like so. Ha ha! And you are out. Out, I say. And this here, we're just going to totally get that out of there like that. And same with this one. In fact, we'll put a little alcohol on this one to help me. We're just going to... Oh, we got to get the top off of it, too. Did I break that? Did I lose it? It's got to be down. Oh, there it is. Here's the top. Whoops. Okay, so this one, if I can get my camera straight here, let's get the top off of this one first by using our friend Mr. Screwdriver. Yeah, we're not having very good camera time here, but this camera situation is poor. But there we go. Now that should come out of there. And the servo comes out. And then over here, let's put some little bit more alcohol in there. Just a drop or two. And then we'll yank this guy out by, here, we're going to do it with the screwdriver. There we go. And out it comes. And then this part here, we can just put a little alcohol down there. And then we can get this off like that. Look at that. Boink! Oh, you couldn't see it. It just came right off. Because I can't get the camera straight. I can't get cameras right. I just can't. Okay. So we've got this servo out. Now let's basically cut through the, here, there. Servo released from there. Over here, we have the servo off camera somewhere. Oh, there goes the roll of tape. Let's see. There we go. See, I had cut a little groove for the servo, and then this is just tape. So now all we have to do, oh my god, I have so much crap on the desk. Let's get the get that off. Now we have servo wires, and what else do we have? Motor wires. Left aileron. So this is a servo wire. That is for the battery. This is for the switch for the what is this for? Oh, this is a back because the ESCs didn't have a back. Right. Okay. So next we're going to get oh yeah, we can just plop those out like that. Let's get them released from the no, we'll leave those on. We'll get them released from here. So now we need more alcohol. Take care, Robert. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, Robert was just saying take care to Arturo. I get it now. Thanks. Take care, Arturo. Thanks for stopping in. That's what I meant to say. All right. All right, here we go. Now we're going to get this part out. Because it should come off. There we go. There. It's a perfectly good servo. This was for the elevator. We don't even have to disconnect it from the receiver. All we have to do is just kind of bust this through. Oh, it's too strong. There we go. And then this one. Oh, this one's the elevator. That was the rudder. We're almost to the point where we can get rid of this big blotch of foam. Forever to be missed. Never to be flown again, clearly. Oh, I forgot to put alcohol in this one. Big mistake. Probably broke it. Nope. This plastic's pretty strong. Okay. So now all we have to do is get this stuff fed through. And then we can get rid of this foam. because it'll all be off of here. Everything. Let me switch to... This is ridiculous. This is such a mess. Okay, we almost got it out though. We almost got everything out. Oh, there's another. There we go. Ta-da! Bye-bye airplane. Okay. Now we have to get this mess out of here. And I think the best thing to do is just to disassemble it gracefully instead of so harshly like the last part. Because this part has nuts and bolts. So we're going to get a screwdriver. Like the biggest one I have that's small enough, I think is this one. Clearly I didn't have shorter bolts when I did this. Because these are very long. And I can tell these are the M3 bolts that come from the hardware store locally. They're not bolts, they're screws. And they don't have a very good selection because this is America. They don't have a very good selection of metric. But I like metric. Metric is far superior. Which is why this country doesn't use the metric system. We have to use the harder system, the one that costs more money to figure out stuff and is more prone for mistakes and is harder to understand. And yep, we got to do that one because when I was a kid, we were going to switch to the metric system. That was like a long time ago. That was in the 1970s. And this country just couldn't do it. Couldn't get there. Even though we really have switched to the metric system in all intents and purposes, it's just hidden. Most of the car parts and airplane parts and things on modern new stuff are metric. Most of the weights and volumes of things like alcoholic beverages and what is this, I wonder? 405 milliliters, so it's not even in any amount, really. But, okay, so I'm just saying, we converted to the metric system without actually converting to the metric system because Americans are too dumb. That's my rant. There we go. That's rant number 27 for today. But I myself have kind of internally, like whenever I'm doing something online or virtually, let's say like in my, in flight sim I use whatever the prevailing. So here we've got this separated now, sort of. What did I do? Oh, this is just a plug, so I can just take that off. Okay, so this is the bottom part of the what I call the wing saddle. Now this part's going to have to be disemboweled from the airplane because it's glued on. I think this is the part, yeah, we're going to close out the stream. We're going to get this off, and that's going to end the stream. And look at what we've got. We don't even have that big of a mess because I threw the mess over there. Let me get all the airplane parts together that are the new airplane parts. Where's the rudder, there's the horizontal stabilizer. Okay, so for this part, what we're going to do is judiciously, is that a word? Judiciously apply some alcohol, which is kind of what the college kids around here do. So we're going to do the same thing as them. Just slightly different. They kind of do an injection method. They have the games where they just basically inject alcohol into their bodies. So we're kind of doing the same kind of thing. Look at that. Boom. It's off. So let's get this all out, and then we'll show you what we got here. We're going to have to find, before the next live stream, which will probably be February 17th, is it? 18th. What day is today? Today is the 6th or something. The 7th. Okay, so it'll be the 21st. Holy crap. It's going to be February 21st. Because it's going to be every 2 weeks. I can't do it every week. At least not right now. Because of the work situation and everything. Look at that. We got it out. Ta-da! Okay, so this is what I did. I just taped this all together. There's an actual good solder joint in there. But I have an extra thing for FPV. And I have this 5-volt back for the receiver. This powers the receiver. It's 5-volt, 2 amp, I think. 3 amp. It's a 3 amp. So, yeah, we're rocking. So these are the original. These are some of the original ESCs that I ever bought in my whole life, because I built the very first flying machine in this era that I built with the modern stuff was with a quadcopter made out of wood, basically, mostly wood. And these were the ESCs. You can't even see them, the light's so bad. They were the Afro. Does that help? The Afro ESCs. They used to be what I used to think, man, these are good ESCs. These are the cat's meow, man. But anyway, so what we're going to do, we're going to have to actually do some soldering to fix this. We're going to have to desolder these ESCs off of here. We're going to have to get them into the new wing along with our little aileron servos. We're going to have to just get this stuck in somewhere. This part is easy, right? Because we don't even have to really do much except for the servos. We have to glue those in, and they go right side by side next to each other at the tail, so that's easy. This should be pretty straightforward to finish it up. If I get crazy, I'll live stream next week, but it probably is going to be every 2 weeks for at least February and most of March, which every 2 weeks is like, so twice a month. So that's what I have to do right now. I thank you guys for watching. Kevin, Andy, Robert. I don't know if Chris ever showed up. Arturo. That's about it for today. That's okay. I had fun. I had some therapy by cutting these wings. It's very therapeutic. Very therapeutic. And now I'm going to go to my... I'm going to do another short live stream on my other channel of an unboxing of a small little thing that I got for my sim racing thing. That's the next plan. So... see you guys later. Over and out. See you next week. Thanks for watching. And I should have gotten the number 6 ready to go so I could say good night to everyone. And thank you so much, Kevin. That's very kind words.